Ryan McCaffrey with IGN. Welcome to March's IGN First. We're taking a deeper look at Yoshi's Crafted World, Nintendo's big new release for the Switch. It is a two-player co-op platformer starring one or two Yoshis, drop-in, drop-out co-op. As you can see, we're playing two-player co-op here. And I have personally been really interested in this game ever since its original announcement. It's completely adorable from an art perspective. The art direction is gorgeous. I love that the Yoshis have a felt look to them. Everything has a very physical, tangible texture to it. And the mechanics are really neat too. You know, you eat enemies with Yoshi's tongue to make eggs, and then you can use the eggs. You press the X button to go into a targeting reticule to aim at background objects or other enemies, and you find secret things. So I'm gonna let the game do the talking here for the most part, and then I'm gonna come back a little later in the video when we finish the stage, and then we play the flip side of the stage. You play the actual other side, as if you physically walked around to the other side of this left to right area, and you play the opposite side with different objectives. That's what's interesting. So I'll talk about that in a few minutes, but as you can see here, you know, you can jump on top of each other. One player can ride the other, which is neat. If you're playing with a younger kid, maybe your son or daughter, and it gets to be a little difficult, they can just ride on your back, and then they can do the shooting and you can do the controlling. You control each other by spitting each other at enemies and other things. So there's a lot of really neat layers to this game, both physical and figurative in this case. So enjoy Yoshi's Crafted World, and I'll come back and talk in a few minutes when it gets to the flip side of the stage. Okay, now here's the flip side of the Weighing Acorns stage that we have been looking at here. This is in the Acorn Forest area of the game. There are a number of worlds in the game, just like any big Nintendo platformer. And as you can see here, what I was talking about earlier, one player can ride on the back of the other. In this case, it even makes it a little easier to jump up and down and get that momentum as you're trying to move along that sort of zip line. Now, what's interesting about the flip side is it not only reverses the stage itself, but it also changes up the objectives. Here you can see a clock running in the upper right corner. You're trying to get through the stage in under a certain amount of time, while ideally also finding the three Poochies, three dogs. You can see one right up top there in the basket, got him down, so that's one. And we're ultimately not going to succeed in getting all three and hitting the time limit in this one, but it's an incentive to replay the stages to try and accomplish everything at once as we grab some more eggs. So I really like that there's a little bit of a different objective to those flip sides of the stages. I'll let the rest of the video play out so you can see the rest of this stage, but be sure to keep with us all month long. We're going to have several new reveals, new videos, more gameplay of Yoshi's Crafted World for Nintendo Switch ahead of its March 29th release.
Bum.